It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. And what's that on my jaw? What the hell is that? Why are you so nervous? Yes, you've done this before. Relax. Hey guys! Assalamualaikum! I missed you guys so much. Oh my god, I think it's been almost 2 years, literally. I think a year and a half, I'm gonna say, that I did my change of heart video. I still stand by my decision. I don't really want to get into makeup tutorials or anything again. But since then, a lot has changed in my life. Like, I keep looking down like I'm so nervous. This isn't me. Alright, snap out of it. Okay, so a lot has changed in my life since that video, and if you didn't already know, oh my god, it's so weird. It still doesn't feel real, like literally still doesn't feel real. I got married. I know, it's kind of crazy, but anyway, so I've been married for almost a year and a half now. SubhanAllah, it's gone so quick, I can't believe it. When I got married, it was like a huge shock to everyone. They were like, what, where did this come from? I did not expect this. No one expected it, even I didn't expect it, which is why I want to tell this story, because I got so many questions on people asking me like, what happened? How did you meet him? How did it happen? Like, how did your parents take it? I'm gonna answer as many questions as I can in this video. First off, it all started when I did my change of heart video, when I decided to stop the makeup tutorials and all that stuff. This is the crazy thing. This is why I literally thought this was from Allah, because when I did that change of heart video, I was so low. Like, I isolated myself during that time. Me and a lot of the people I used to hang around with, we sort of drifted apart, and I was alone during that time when I just started to practice. So literally 4 to 6 months, I'm gonna say, after that video, I went in hardcore. Like, I started wearing jilbab, I started like doing everything I could do in the best of my ability. Basically, my iman was at its peak. Like, I was going to lessons, reading books. I bought my first niqab. I started to wear niqab here and there. Like, I was proper in it, and my iman was at its peak. I was kind of emotional speaking about it out loud. Like, I don't speak about it out loud. When I was at my loneliest and my iman was at its peak, my mind wasn't on marriage, by the way. My head, everything, I was fully focused on myself and my deen, and just, I was so happy. I was literally not even thinking about, I want to get married. Like, before I was practicing, I was like that, I want to get married, and which is, I don't know why, but then when I started practicing, I was like, I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, I was good. This is why I think it's from Allah. Like, I'm getting to the point now. My spiritual and physical, emotional, everything all was top. I was so happy. My self-confidence, everything was like, I was happy. And then my knight in shining armor came. I'm joking. I'm joking. So my husband's best friend, more like his cousin really, they're really close, his fiance messaged me and she was like, you know, Assalamu alaikum, I think you'd be really suited to this brother. I got so many messages all the time, people, marriage, this and that, and for some reason that one that sparked something in me. I don't know what drew me to that. I remember I was actually on the bus with my mum, just on my phone, and I read that. Alhamdulillah, not boasting or anything. Allah Mubarak, me and my mum and my dad, I've got a really close relationship with my parents, so I can open up and tell them anything I want. Talk about marriage, I can talk about literally anything. Alhamdulillah. So I think that's what made the process so much easier, because my parents were just accepting anyway. Obviously, I was 18 years old, so I'm 20 now. I got married when I was 18, just before I turned 19. I think a month or 2 before I turned 19. But I was young basically, and obviously my parents weren't too happy about that. Anyway, so I remember I was on the bus and I read this message, and then I waited till we got off the bus, and then I looked at my mum and I was like, Mummy? Yeah, what? I still call my mum mummy. What? Everyone calls their mum mummy inside the house, man. Relax. But yeah, anyway, so I was like, to my mum, what do you think? Like, randomly, yeah? So yeah, I read it to her. I didn't reply yet, by the way. Mum was just like, she obviously, mums, they're worried, aren't they? But she was just like, you know, okay, ask this and this and this, because my mum knows the kind of things to ask, what to find out. I backed up the courage. I waited till I got home. I sat down, I thought about it, and I just replied. I said, could I just get more information on this brother? She was like, yeah, sure. So she got me some more information on him, told me some basics, blah, blah, blah. My husband basically wanted to know if I was interested or not. Like, this is what stood out to me so much. He didn't message me himself. He didn't slide into my DMs, do none of that. And I think it was that made me admire him before I even met him. Obviously I saw pictures of him, blah blah blah, but I'd never actually met him. But that's what I admired about him so much, because he went about it in the perfect, like he followed the Islamic etiquettes to, like he was on job, like he proper went about it in such a way that made me think, oh, he's on it. He's actually going about it the proper, he's on it. He wants to marry me, do you know what I mean? This is what I loved. He said, I'm not gonna speak to her until I speak to her dad first. Do you get anyone like that nowadays? Like, I was shocked, like no one's ever approached me that way. This showed me, like, if a boy does that, he's not a boy, he's a man. If he can go to your dad before he can go to you, like he's on job. So I passed my dad's number on, blah blah blah. My dad already liked the idea of him, because obviously he's got the same ethnic background as me. I'm not saying it's a big factor, but it is an important factor, because it means you've already got something in common. You're gonna like the same foods, you're gonna speak the same language, you're not gonna clash in any way. So we're from the same country basically, we're both from Cyprus. So my dad was like, yeah, alright then. No, I'm joking. First my dad was like, are you sure about this? Like, you're 18, you're still in college. I was like, yes dad, just speak to him please, and just tell me what you think of him, yeah? But I said to him, I was like, don't scare him off, like don't say anything to scare him off. I really feel this is the one, like please don't mess it up for me. Yeah, so I think that they texted. I haven't really asked properly. How can I not know this detail? I think they texted briefly and then they had a phone call. I think they spoke for about half an hour, and then I was like this. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? My dad messaged me back. He's like, he seems like a lovely boy. I was like, really? I think so too. Yeah, so it's kind of blurry after that. Let me think. Oh yeah, so we arranged a meeting. The first time we met, it was with me, my dad and him, right? So I went to the train station, I met my dad, and then I was waiting for him. I've never felt so nervous in my life. I was sitting there and I was thinking, is this really happening? And obviously my iman was high, as I said. I put all my trust in Allah, and I really put my trust in Allah for this to be the right thing, and if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. So I was with my dad, I was sitting there waiting, and then he arrived. Oh my gosh, I will never forget. He had a really smart shirt on, he had some nice jeans on. He was rosy red in his cheeks because he was probably so embarrassed or so shy. He had a bunch of roses in one hand, which was for my dad. I'm joking. It was funny. It was funny. And he had some really pricey perfume for my dad. Yeah, and like he looked so miskin, like he looked so shy. I think that's the shyest I've ever seen him, and he was just like red, and he was like looked at me and he looked at my dad and he was looking around and So anyway, me and my dad and him went to a local coffee shop, sat down, had a chat, all three of us. What do you want in a wife? What do you want in a husband? What do you like about my daughter? What do you like about him? Like, you make sure you treat my daughter like a princess and you treat her right. And he was like, she is, I'm gonna treat her like a princess, she's a princess. And my husband was like, I will, I'll look after her and she's gonna be like my priority, princess, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so I was quiet for most of the time. I was just sitting there, shaking, red, holding my roses in the middle of a coffee shop. So yeah, anyway, and I was like, are we engaged right now then? And then my dad was like, yeah, you're engaged. So then my dad left us to talk a little bit. We were both silent for a while, just going red, looking around. We asked each other questions, blah, blah, blah. And that was basically it. We had like 3 more meetings, and we were talking in between that as well. And I'm not gonna lie, we got married very quickly. Obviously, it's not from the sunnah to prolong it. You are supposed to just do it quickly, blah blah blah. But I prayed istikhara like mad. Like I was praying so much throughout that process, just for Allah to show me that this is the right person. I have never been with anyone like that before, so I wanted this to be my one and only. I wanted it to be like special. I wanted this to be the one. So we were both praying istikhara like crazy the whole time. And I feel like one of the signs that Allah shows you when you are praying istikhara is that it goes smoothly. There's no bumpy roads. It all happens so smoothly, alhamdulillah, and I'm so happy. I probably missed out a ton of details because like I'm on the spot a little bit and I'm a bit nervous and blah 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 blah, but I told you the main bits on how we met. 100% halal. We did everything according to the sunnah, which is why I think it worked out so smoothly and so well. He was never my boyfriend. I got like a troll DM me, oh, you married your boyfriend. Like, listen, do you know? Excuse me? Boyfriend? No. There wasn't even enough time to say you're my boyfriend. Like, we got married so quick. It was crazy. Alhamdulillah. So no girlfriend boyfriend business. We did it all halal and I'm so happy. Yeah, being a wife isn't easy peasy rice and cheesy, do you know what I mean? But I'm getting the hang of it. He's getting the hang of being a husband, and yeah. Another thing, it's like, yeah, okay, we got married really fast, but during this period of us being married, you get to know the person like during your marriage. It's so nice because it sounds cheesy, but you literally are falling in love with the person you're already married to, and that is such a beautiful feeling. It's such a pure love. I remember straight after our nikah, we got in the car, sat down, he pressed play on the play thingy, and Surah Maryam came on. Obviously that's my name, that's why that is such a thing. We looked at each other like, this was the right decision, this is such a sign. And we were holding hands and it felt so pure. Like, I wish I could describe it. You know when everyone says, oh, the love's so different after you get married? It literally is. Like, before I got married, I never understood that concept. I thought, oh, love is love, like you're just married, that's the only difference. No, literally it's so different and it's so pure. It was all warm and fuzzy and like everything you imagine it to be, basically. Like, for the first time, literally that's what it's like. Yeah. You're falling in love with each other while you're married, and you know this person ain't going nowhere because you're married, so you're so comfortable. Anyway, I'm rambling now, but basically that's how we met. That's how my parents took it. I just said it from my point of view. He has probably a completely different story to mine. I probably missed out a bunch of stuff as well. But basically, long story short, we went about it completely halal. 100% wasn't my boyfriend. I'm really grateful that this all happened during the time my iman was at its highest. So yeah, anyway, it was so nice to come on here and speak to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video, and if you want to see anything else. I got a few ideas, but just comment down below on what kind of content you guys want to see, if you guys want to see anything else. But I just thought this was a really important topic I really wanted to put out there. So that was my story. If any of you guys are looking to get married, or you're in the process of getting married, or you're thinking about it, blah 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 blah, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for you. Make sure you pray lots of istikhara, work on yourself first, make sure your iman is at its peak, make sure you're just in a good place spiritually and religiously and emotionally and everythingly before you get married, because then God will just put it on a plate for you in front of you. When he feels like you're ready for the commitment, he'll give it to you. I think that's about it. I love you guys so much. I missed you guys. Assalamu alaikum.